In just 90 days, what if you go from stuck to soaring, healing past your old wounds, and stepping into your most resilient, unstoppable self? And no, guys, it's not motivation. It's actually more than that. It's backed by science, psychology, and neuroscience frameworks. Let's dive in. So here's how to change your life in 90 days that no one really talks about. You first, step one, have to build your bounce factor. Well, what is that? Your bounce factor is your ability to not just bounce back, but also recover past whatever sucked. And not just survive, but thrive after setbacks. Now, neuroplasticity shows that the brain can actually rewire itself through intentional practices. Shocker. So here's an action step that you can actually do right after this video. You can identify a challenge that you're currently facing and reframe it as a lesson. This is actually called having a growth mindset. Here's a journal prompt that I want you to complete right after this video. What's one tough moment that I faced and what did it teach me? Step number 2, to rewire your brain in the next 90 days also requires you stepping into and expanding your emotional capacity. Now, what I mean by this is allowing yourself to feel the feels, feel the good feelings, but we also have to feel the feelings that we run away from. So if you're running away from your anxiety, if you're running away from grief, if you're running away from resentment or jealousy, or you are caught between a rock and a hard place, and I know a lot of times it doesn't help, especially if you're moving through a season or transition of life. Maybe you are in between jobs. Maybe you are figuring out what to do next. Maybe you just left a relationship. Maybe you are contemplating about moving. Listen, I've been there and I've been through all of it. And the biggest advice that I can actually give you, and this is also backed by science, is don't run away from your emotions. There's no need to bury it. There's no need to shove it under a rug. There's no need to eat your way through it or retail therapy shop or play games all day. We have to sit in the feelings. We have to sit in whatever is feeling stuck in your life. So allow yourself, set a timer for yourself to feel whatever you're processing or feeling or going through for the next 15 minutes. It is powerful. And actually, I did this for months on end after I left my tumultuous divorce. And I know that this is going to do wonders for you in this next era of your life, if you choose to be brave to actually sit in whatever sucked. Now, know that you're not going to sit in these feelings forever. Majority of people stay stuck in the same patterns because we're not brave or courageous enough to dive right in and swim through whatever has been holding us back, whether it's fear, anxiety, the fact that we're not good enough, the fact that maybe we won't make it, what are we going to do, how are we going to get over this X, et cetera, et cetera. The ability to sit with discomfort instead of running from it. Now, here is the insight that I want you to take away with. Emotional regulation actually strengthens your vagus nerve. And your vagus nerve is that nerve that runs from the top of your head, your brain, all the way down to your toes. And some of the ways to strengthen your vagus nerve, which is also attached to your central nervous system, when we are feeling out of whack, when we are feeling out of sorts, we have to nourish and replenish our nervous system. And one of the ways to do that is chanting. One of the ways to do that is because it is in our throat chakra. Our vagus nerve passes through this part. Once we actually train it, whether we're chanting or singing or letting out a loud cry or a loud scream, it allows us to vibrate our vocal cords where it calms our nervous system. Because guess what? We're releasing all of that pent up energy. We're releasing all of the things that we're holding so deeply inside of our bodies. And when we strengthen our vagus nerve, by speaking our voice, by sharing our truth, by singing, by chanting, by screaming, by allowing ourselves to take a pillow and scream in a pillow and timing ourselves for 90 seconds to do that, it improves our resilience. And your action step is If you have a daily 90-second practice when discomfort arises, we sit with it and we breathe and we name that emotion. Yes, you can actually take your hand, go ahead, take your hand, put it right on your chest. And what you can do is say right now, you can repeat after me, I am feeling anxious, I am feeling nervous, I'm feeling jealous, I'm feeling rageful, I'm feeling angry right now. Even just naming that emotion allows us to release all of that pent-up energy that we've been having in our bodies for so long. A pro tip for this to expand your emotional capacity to feel is, what about putting your hands in ice and putting your feet in ice and see how long you can tolerate this for 60 seconds. See if you can tolerate it for 90 seconds without removing it. This is going to improve and strengthen your resilience to feeling difficult and painful emotions. Yes, it's possible. We just have to go to the gym to train it every day, and that's what you're doing. So step 3 is we want to create audacious micro shifts. Now, these small, bold actions that actually build up our momentum. Now, this habit loop, when we have a cue, routine, and a word, how some of the most successful people in the world build habits that sustain themselves. What they actually do is it rewires the brain for success. It says, hey, these micro moments that we got wins, I want to do more of them. So imagine if you are saying you want to wake up really early in the morning and you set your alarm for 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. for that matter, but you hit the snooze button. That's not really going to help you out. What if you had a micro moment? What if the night before you set your gym clothes, your shoes, your socks right at the side of the bed? And then in the morning, you set your alarm clock 15 minutes before you would normally wake up. You'd probably be able to do that, right? And then jump into your gym clothes and then head to the gym and then get your workout in. Well, your brain is rewarding you for setting up your clothes the night before. It's also rewarding you because that's a small win. You just set your alarm 15 minutes. Maybe 5 days later, you set it 15 minutes earlier, which is a half hour earlier. And then 5 days after that, you set it 15 minutes earlier than that. That's 45 minutes earlier. You're already reaching your goals. So science shows that we are much more easier to build a habit if we make it easy for us to achieve it. So small goals, bigger wins, long-term effects. That is the habit loop. So your action step here is choose one area of life, whether it's health, relationships, or career, and commit to a 1% daily improvement. I guarantee you, and I want to hear you in the comments below. I guarantee you this will change the way you look at a lot of the areas of your life because we are making micro moments of change. And again, in order for this to stick and for a habit to stick, it's not going to be motivation. It's not going to be dopamine because all of that fails. It's going to be allowing and setting yourself up to win every single time. So if this is a fitness goal, for example, we could do a 5-minute daily workout. You can set your timer for 5 minutes and see how many jumping jacks can you do? How many squats can you do? Let us know in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Step 4, strengthen your resilient relationships. This is huge. Now, we really want to surround ourselves with people who uplift and challenge us. Guess what? As the old adage says, we are the sum total of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So if you're spending time with people that drain you, that talk bad about others, that judge you, they're probably not the right people that's going to help you change your life in 90 days. By the way, all of this is actually at thatsucknowwhat.com, and you can actually grab all of the resources for free. We have 50 pages of worksheets and resources that you can have just at your fingertips. You know I've got so much more in store for you, so if you are really ready to dive in and keep owning your emotions like the boss that you are, click right here. Go ahead, don't be shy. I'll see you in the next one. Keep shining.